Yo, what's up, guys? What are you doing today, man? I'll be talking about Mikal Bridges on the move. It feels like these last couple of minutes, Shams and Woj have been dropping bombs. I've been in this like Brooklyn Nets like space on Twitter for the last like 20 minutes, and they've literally just been like just constantly like live reacting to the move. Initially they were like, man, this is a good move, this is bad news, but fuck all that. Let's get into the action move and break it down. According to Woj and Shams and everybody, Mikal Bridges is headed to the New York Knicks. The Villanova boys are back. Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and now Mikal Bridges going from Brooklyn to the New York Knickerbockers for Bojan Bogdanovic, who they were going to trade 4 unprotected first round picks for Mikal Bridges, which I believe was the offer from the Grizzlies a couple years back when they just traded for him in that Kevin Durant trade, and it was near the trade deadline, and the Grizzlies offered 4, and people were like, why didn't they take that? Well, they just took that and took back a good player, in my humble opinion, Bojan Bogdanovic, who you think that they will end up flipping because the Nets are trying to rebuild now. Also, the Nets end up receiving a protected first round pick via the Bucks. That is protected, but let's just say that's 5 first round picks for Mikal Bridges, who I'm a fan of. I think Mikal Bridges can be as good as a number 3 option in a championship level team. I feel like now that he's not gonna be asked to be the superstar, the star, the best player of the team, he can lock back into being one of the best, not only 3-and-D players in the league, but one of the top 35 players in all of basketball. Because you want to know why? He can be an elite POA defender. He can get to the mid-range. He's a good 3-point shot. Mikal Bridges is a guy that can average a smooth 20 on like really good efficiency, especially when you have guys like Jalen Brunson on your team. They have to trade Randall, right? They can't afford a lineup of Brunson, DiVincenzo, Mikal, OG, and iHeart, right? iHeart obviously by Isaiah Hartenstein and Josh Hart off the bench. But bro, that can't be it, right? By the way, it would also be so weird seeing Josh Hart play off the bench next season. He had a phenomenal playoffs, but that's just his role with all due respect. Apparently I saw that the Knicks are hard capped and they have to make a move. People are expecting that to be hitting by Julius Randle. In the new CBA, is it possible for them? I guess technically it may or may not be possible. I don't know. For them to have a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges at the 3, OG Anunoby at the 4, Isaiah Hartenstein at the 5, while trading away both Randall and Mitchell Robinson. If that's possible, I might hate to say this, but you don't have to pencil the New York Knicks in the ECF next year with the Boston Celtics at this point. Now I'm gonna get into the I'll get into this and I'll get into the rest that Woj keeps tweeting. Apparently the rumor about KD potentially the Rockets are intrigued by him. What the fuck is going on today? In my opinion, this is a haul for Mikal Bridges. This is a haul. 5 first round picks for Mikal Bridges. Like I said, I like Mikal Bridges. He's a number 3 option on that championship level team. If I'm the Knicks though, if this is to replace OG or is this to get them paired together? I don't know. I like the move. I like Mikal Bridges on the Knicks. 5 first round picks for a guy that's a borderline star in the league though. It's a lot. Hopefully it pans out for them. He's on a really good deal. He'll probably eventually end up re-upping. He has the chemistry with Brunson and DiVincenzo and Hart. I don't mind this trade for the Knicks. Did they trade a bit much? I would probably say so. I mean, 5 first round picks for a guy that's, like I said, a borderline star player, a guy that had a down season after having a phenomenal second half with the Nets in that 2023 season. He's back in his, I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to say 3-and-D role, but 3-and-D role by elevating because he gets in minutes, he can create his own shot. He's going to take so much pressure off of Jalen Brunson. And let's see what the rest of that team looks like now that Bridges is there, because apparently I saw OG just decline his contract. They're saying OG might get like a $220 plus million contract, like $46 million a year. I like OG Anunoby, but Jesus Christ, he's injury prone, and that's just a shit ton of money for a guy as well that can be like a number 3, maybe 4 option in a championship level team. So another move that was made was again with the Brooklyn Nets, and they traded away with the Rockets. I'm gonna try to go ahead and break this down. I try to read it and try to break it down prior to recording it, but I was just like, I don't know what is going on right now. The Nets have traded away. They are making a trade with the Rockets to return their 2026 first round pick. I believe that was in the James Harden trade and they traded away, the Nets traded away 2027 first round pick that they got in the Kevin Durant trade, source to ESPN. Rockets also required a 2025, so they get a pick swap, not a pick swap. Yeah, they get a pick swap in 2025. And they get the most favorable of the Houston or OKC pick. Obviously, the most favorable is going to be most likely the Rockets, because they're one of the best teams of basketball, and the Rockets are still an up and coming team. So they swapped that for a 2025 Suns first round pick. So that's two. That is a 2025 Suns first round pick now no longer with the Nets, and the 2027 Suns first round pick no longer with the Nets, and instead they will end up receiving a 2026 first round pick that was theirs. And yeah, it's so hard to break all of this down, so please bear with me. I don't know why I'm seeing Woj tweet to to Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna play this whole entire Stephen A. Smith video, but I just want to see the first like couple of seconds.
Yes!
Like Stephen A. Smith.
That y'all sitting out there and y'all saying it's Mikal Bridges. He's a good player, but it ain't like you got KD or somebody. Bump all that, okay?
Like,
Chemistry matters, reliability matters, consistency matters, defense matters. The
Fair
brother
points.
can shoot, the brother can play.
He's a really good, well-rounded player.
I'm sorry, I like this move by the New York Knicks.
Like I said, I'm not gonna play that whole video. I'll probably just end up watching it later or some shit. I don't know, but and what else was there? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, he said more in this deal as well. Woj said Houston acquires the 2029 most favorable of Dallas and Phoenix, so they get basically the most favorable of Dallas and Phoenix, depending on whichever one of these two teams end up having a higher pick or a lower pick. I don't know, to be honest. Whoever ends up having the most favorable pick out of Dallas and Phoenix, and they go ahead and acquire the right to swap Houston's first round pick for less favorable of a Dallas first round pick and a Phoenix Suns first round pick. Again, it is just so hard to break all of this down. Like, it is just like a kerfuffle. That's even the correct word. But Jesus Christ. Okay, so let me just read this sham sweep. Brooklyn Nets are trading a 2025 Suns first round pick swap, 2027 first rounder, and a first rounder in a swap in 2029 to the Rockets for their own 2025 pick swap and 2026 first round pick via the James Harden. Okay, so the Nets get back their own 2025 2026 first round pick. We're trading away the Suns pick from next year, the Suns pick in 2027, and a first round pick and another first rounder, and swap it in 2029. Okay, so all right, what do y'all think about that? And here was just the biggest bombshell. I'm just sitting here right now like, what is this? NBA rumor mill, or is this Woj? The implications of the Rockets letting the Suns pick. Houston wants to trade for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant to the Rockets? Bro, Suns fans would crash out. And that becomes far easier if they can return the Suns pick that they gave up in the Durant deal to Nets. Suns have said they're keeping Durant for now, but that could change next season. But now, Houston has the picks to make the Suns whole again. So basically, the Rockets have all these picks that they traded with the Nets, and they got so many picks back in that deal for James Harden with the Nets a couple years ago. They were the Rockets are gonna go out. They're gonna get a star, ladies and gentlemen. As a Heat fan, don't even think about even putting in an offer for Jimmy Butler. Aside of that, though, do your thing. Do your thing, Rockets, bro. They can make some moves. They have these first round pick draft capital. They think they're a win now team. Fred VanVleet. I was talking about this in my draft video. I just dropped this earlier, actually, or not too long ago, right before I recorded this. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun. I bet you have Man Thompson, who will eventually be the starting point guard once Fred VanVleet's contract is up, even though he's a 3-year deal, only 2 years are guaranteed, and the last year is not guaranteed. So they might just bite the bullet in the last year or something. I don't know. He had a pretty good playmaking season. He had a really good connection with Alperen Sengun as well, and he definitely had some good moments for them on both ends of the court. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't see Kevin Durant go to the Rockets. I mean, let's just be fucking for real. All right, so Woj just keeps tweeting. Most importantly, the deal for sources. Houston relinquishes the right to swap a Houston OKC first round pick for Brooklyn's 125 first round pick. The Nets control their own pick as they go into a full rebuild, especially important in times of 2025 draft. Okay, so people have been shit talking this year's draft class, even though it's probably gonna be full of at least a couple stars and some elite level role players for next year's draft class, which obviously the ticket is gonna be Cooper Flagg, who obviously well known. We just went to Duke and is probably gonna be a fucking stud. So yeah, Mikal Bridges is a Phoenix Sun. That's just a neck. Mikal Bridges is a New York Knick. The Rockets are trying to trade for Kevin Durant, and the Nets and the Rockets basically swap picks, and the Nets now hold their own destiny as they officially punch their ticket into a full-on rebuild. So what does that mean now for Cam Johnson? What does that mean now for a Dorian Finney-Smith? But most importantly, what does that mean now for Nicholas Claxton, ladies and gentlemen? Is Nicholas Claxton re-signing with the rebuilding team? Or is Nicholas Claxton gonna want to go to a young up-and-coming Memphis Grizzlies team? A young up-and-coming, I don't know what else team, a contending team, a team that's not the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. If I was the Brooklyn Nets fans right now, I would be shivering, because Nicholas Claxton is a really good player, and I would not want to lose him, especially when you're getting nothing back, because he's not even an RFA. I believe he's just an unrestricted free agent. He's not even a restricted free agent. Like, y'all fumbled. I know he was a second round pick. Y'all fumbled. Wow. Mikal Bridges is a Knick, and just to end it off, I may end up making this the thumbnail. I probably am going to make this the thumbnail. Shout out to Woj for supplying me with this heat from ESPN. The Villanova boys, I know Jay Wright is literally going. They're probably on like a iPhone like 5. I was going to say 5 man. Pause. Let's just say a iPhone 5 man. Again, pause. The Villanova boys, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges. This is just a really good team. This is one of the best teams in all of basketball. I really want to see what happens to Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein, and OG Anunoby. Outside of that, though, this team looks good. Let's just say the Knicks right now, they're constructed as what? Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson. Still a good team, but I know they want to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein. They obviously want to re-sign OG Anunoby. And they may be looking to trade Mitchell Robinson, because he lost his job last season to Isaiah Hartenstein. If we're just calling it how it is, if we're just calling a spade. So, and he was injured for most of the season, especially second half on, and he came back and got injured again. So maybe some injury concerns. We'll see. But other than that, y'all, that is the video. Make sure to go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.